Live from the 412, it's Platt's point of view, y'all. Let's go. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Platt, and this is Platt's point of view, where I give you my thoughts and opinion on sports locally and nationally. We honor the old school and new school in our old school, new school segment. I have another talented kid that I'll talk about in our high school spotlight, and later on, I'll tell you who needs to turn up and get lit. So let's get started. We're going to start this off with my NBA award winners. Season's almost over. Had to pick some guys. And let's go with MVP first. I like Nikola Jokic out of Denver. This season, he's averaging 26 points a game, 11 rebounds, 8 assists, shooting 56% from the floor, 41% three-point shooter, and 86% from the foul line. Jokic is having a tremendous season. I think his vision is his best skill, which is very unheard of for a center, right? Jokic is a point center with some serious skills. Before the season started, people laughed and joked about Jokic playing the point, but let's be honest, Jokic is probably the best ball handler on the Denver Nuggets team. Jokic has put together one of the best big man seasons the NBA has witnessed in decades. Jokic has a chance to achieve the 50-40-90 club, which means a 50% shooter from the floor, a 40% three-point shooter, and a 90% foul shooter. If he achieves that feat, that'll be amazing. This could be one of the greatest MVP seasons ever seen. Nikola Jokic, my MVP. Defensive Player of the Year, I like Bam Adebayo. I know people thinking Ben Simmons, Rudy Gobert, so on. I like Bam Adebayo, power forward center out of Miami. This season, he's averaging 19 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, and he's shooting 56% from the floor. The Miami Heat played elite defense last season, and it continues this season. The main reason, Bam Adebayo. Adebayo has the unique ability to guard 1 through 5, a skill most bigs don't have. In my opinion, the Defensive Player of the Year award should be based on your ability to be versatile and to defend all over the court. Adebayo is very dynamic on the defensive end. Him and Jimmy Butler, they're switchable all over the court, and they swarm and harass like bees. Adebayo was versatile and far from one-dimensional and plays hard on both ends, especially defensively. Defensive Player of the Year, Bam Adebayo. My Rookie of the Year, it's a split, man. Co-Rookies of the Year like Jason Kidd and Grant Hill in the mid-90s. LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. This was probably the hardest award to pick, mainly because LaMelo Ball was the runaway favorite until he went down with an injury. A lot of people eliminated Ball from the contention because of this injury. No lie, I was one of them. But now Ball is back, and he's playing like he never left. As far as Anthony Edwards has been tremendous this year. Living up to the billing as the number 1 pick, he's been the top scoring rookie this season. Edwards has 2 40-point games, and he has the dunk of the year on his resume. So I say co-rookies of the year, you split it between Anthony Edwards and LaMelo Ball. Coach of the year, got to give it to Utah Jazz coach Quinn Snyder. Utah has looked great all season. They have the best record in the NBA. They'll probably be the number 1 seed. Snyder has put together a solid group of players that fit well with each other, whoever they're on the court with. It's a nice blend of talent, man. They got a lot of good guys, and Quinn Snyder, he's the coach of the year this season, hands down. Sixth man of the year, a guy Snyder coaches, Utah shooting guard Jordan Clarkson. He's averaging 17 points a game, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. He's only shooting 41% from the floor, 34% from three-point range, but he's a 92% foul shooter. Jordan Clarkson has been a key contributor for the Utah Jazz this season. His numbers aren't eye-popping, but Clarkson's contribution is undeniable. He's been a spark plug off the bench, which many teams wish they had, and he gives Utah depth at both guard spots. His shooting percentage, it isn't that high, like I said, but Clarkson can heat up fast, and he has the ability to flip a close game in minutes. Clarkson is the true definition of a 6-man. He's an offensive spark that has a scorer's mentality from all 3 levels. Clarkson is very important. He's a very important piece for Utah, and in my opinion, the 6th man of the year. The NBA's most improved player, Knicks forward Julius Randle. 24 points a game, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 42% from three-point range, 46% field goal shooter, 80% foul shooter. This season, his former first-round pick has took his game to another level under first-year head coach Tom Thibodeau, increasing his scoring average from 19 points per game to 24 points per game. His 42% from three-point range and 6 assists, they're both career highs. Julius Randle has 5 triple-doubles and over 50 double-doubles this season, and he has the New York Knicks in the playoffs. Well, they're in playoff contention. They're probably going to make the playoffs. He's been balling all season. Beast! Julius Randle, most improved player NBA. Now, next up, got an NBA draft profile. Baylor guard Davion Mitchell, 6'2", 200 pounds. This past season, he averaged 14 points and 4 assists, and he's a national champion. Mitchell is a super quick guard. He's very efficient. He's a very efficient scorer. He runs the pick and roll fairly well. He has great vision, and he's one of the best on-ball defenders in the country. Like I said, he's a super quick guard. He's an efficient scorer, and I see a cross between Avery Bradley and probably Ty Lawson with this guy. So I think Davion Mitchell, he should carve out a nice role in the NBA because he plays defense. He has probably a better offensive game than Avery Bradley, and he can score. He can play defense, like I said. He's going to be in the NBA for a very long time. His passes is accurate. He has a lightning quick first step. Davion Mitchell, y'all. Let's go to old school, new school. Old school, new school, youngest take notice. Old school, new school, youngest take notice. Old school, new school, youngest take notice. Old school, new school, y'all. Let's start off with the old school. Running back, Herschel Walker, the greatest college football player of all time by the Bleacher Report. Walker played in the USFL for the New Jersey Generals, and in the NFL, he played for the Vikings, Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, and the New York Giants. He's a 2-time Pro Bowler, 2-time second-team NFL All-Pro. He was the USFL MVP in 1985. He's a 2-time All-USFL selection, and he has a national title with the Georgia Bulldogs in 1980. His career numbers, 8,225 yards rushing, 4.2 yards per carry, 61 rushing touchdowns, 512 catches, 4,859 receiving yards, and 21 receiving touchdowns. Man, most Americans, they start their day with a bowl of cereal, some oatmeal, cinnamon roll, orange juice. Not Herschel Walker. He starts his day with 3,500 sit-ups and 1,000 push-ups. Straight workout warrior. Walker played college football at Georgia, where he rushed for over 1,600 yards and 15 touchdowns each of his 3 seasons there. He was a 3-time All-American. He won the Maxwell and Heisman Trophy. His junior year, he finished in the top 3 in Heisman voting, though 3 years in a row. Walker is 8th in NFL history in all-purpose yards. Herschel Walker and Derrick Mason, a former Ravens and Titan receiver, are the only players in NFL history with 10,000 yards from scrimmage and 5,000 yards returning punts and kicks. His time in the USFL took away from his NFL numbers, but if combined, Walker has rushed for over 13,000 yards in his pro football career. But he still is the only player in NFL history to gain 4,000 yards rushing, receiving, and return yards. He was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1999. Herschel Walker was one heck of an athlete. He ran the 9.3 in the 100-yard dash. He nearly made the Olympic sprint team, but he did make the 1992 Winter Olympic 2-man bobsled. Walker also competed in MMA. He's a 5th-degree black belt in Taekwondo. Herschel Walker is 2-0 in his fighting career. Herschel Walker, man, straight athlete, old school. I used to love his running game, man. He was nice. New school, Noah Lyles, the track and field. Last year, I highlighted Noah Lyles on this show, but due to COVID, the Summer Olympics, they got canceled. And nobody got to see Noah Lyles run, which I was so upset about. But it should be different this time around. Noah Lyles is a speedster, flat out. And he definitely has the ability to match retired Usain Bolt's feat of sweeping the Olympics 100 meters, 200 meters, and 4x100 meter titles. Lyles is quite the personality too, man. He's always smiling and cutting up. He's the reigning world 200 meter champion, and he became the Olympic 100 meter favorite following the suspension of his rival, Christian Coleman. Noah Lyles, he's coming, man. Summer Olympics, pay attention. New school, Noah Lyles. High school spotlight. Got a Butler High School guard, Devin Courtney. He's a 6'1 junior. He'll be a senior next season. He's a combo guard who averaged 30 points a game, and he led Butler High School to the WPIAL 6-8 semifinals. His dad, Shelton, played for Robert Morris from 1990 to 1994. Courtney is an elite level scorer. He's very efficient. He can score on all three levels. He has a nice mid-range jumper, and Courtney is going to be one of the top college prospects in the WPIAL senior class next season. He's already probably the top prospect in the junior class this season. He currently has offers from Robert Morris, St. Francis, Duquesne, and Bryant University. He said he's also hearing from a lot of mid-major programs and high-profile schools. So next year, remember the name, Devin Courtney, Butler High School, smooth, swift combo guard. Pay attention. Let's go to the ice rink. Hockey, or the Pittsburgh Penguins Stanley Cup contenders. If you asked me this question about 2 months ago, I probably would have said, no way, get out of here. But the way this team has been playing these days, it's been quite impressive. They recently got Geno Malkin back from injury, and the team is patiently waiting for Brandon Tanev and Kasper Kapanen to return. Sidney Crosby and Chris Letang, they're still playing at a high level after being in the league all these years. The Pens have a lot of depth at forward, and some say this is the most depth they've had at forward since the 2017 Stanley Cup season. To me, man, the Pittsburgh Penguins seem to be getting better defensively every game. And I'm thinking, if the goaltending stays solid, the Pens will be a tough team to beat come playoff time. Don't be surprised if Pittsburgh Penguins make another run, y'all. You know what I mean? We'll see. Now let's turn up and get lit. Turn up and get lit. It's time to turn up and get lit, man, for real. Turn up and get lit. Russell Westbrook. The Washington Wizards currently sit in the 10th spot in the Eastern Conference, which is the final playoff spot for the NBA play-in tournament. Westbrook has been on a tear lately. Dude, you're doing something only the great Oscar Robertson has done before. But the basketball world, it seems like it's on mute when it comes to you, Russ. I just don't get it. You have the Wizards in the playoff chase. You guys have won 13 of your past 15 games. That's the NBA's best mark during that stretch. Despite your eye-popping numbers from you and backcourt teammate Bradley Beal, who's averaging 31 points per game, and he's competing with Steph Curry for that scoring title. But if you guys don't make the playoffs, it don't mean nothing, man. Like, seriously. Westbrook, I know it, though. I know you can do this. So, Westbrook, turn up and get lit. Get the Washington Wizards in the playoffs. I'm counting on you, bro. Let's go. Washington, Russell Westbrook. Let's go, man. Turn up and get lit. And that'll do it for another episode of Platt's Point of View. I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.
CJ on the